Hello and welcome to the OMindfulness meditation. We're here to share some practice together. And first of all, I'm saying a few words about listening. I've just had dinner with some friends who were laughing about the way words are interpreted. You know, what I say to you is interpreted according to your experience, and you will understand it through those filters. And there was one example given of somebody saying, I would really like you to empty the dishwasher in the mornings. And the other person interpreting it as, you never do enough around the house. So we might find that's quite amusing. And we can see how that often happens when we're speaking with other people. There's an interpretation. But we also do it with ourselves. And it made me think of this last week where I've just finished teaching two 8-week courses, and I did a presentation at a school for some teenagers, which was great. And then after that, I was feeling low in energy and lacking in motivation. And I thought, oh, I'm being lazy. And then I realized that I was doing an interpretation. There was my body feeling tired. I was interpreting it as lazy. And in fact, I thought, well, maybe I am just tired. It's the end of term. And really, what was happening is I was coming down with a cold, which you can probably hear. So we not only misinterpret other people, but we can misinterpret ourselves. And with meditation in a mindful way, our job is to really notice and to observe without the judgments, so we can really be in close connection with what's going on, what our personal experience is. And in that way, we are not only aware of what's going on, but we feel attended to, we feel heard, and that reduces our experience of stress. It also enables us to listen to other people in the same attentive, non-judgmental way, and then they feel heard, and it reduces their stress levels. And when we're all in a state of being heard and feeling affirmed, we're no longer feeling as threatened, and we're more able and enthusiastic about taking appropriate action where action is needed. So it comes right back to really listening, really being present in the moment, and connecting with the direct experience of what's happening in the body. And through that, we are able to be aware of our experience, we can accept it, and then if action is appropriate, necessary, which sometimes it isn't, then we can move on to that. So while we meditate today, I encourage you to listen carefully, and listening is not just with the ears. It's feeling the senses, picking up the physical sensations in the body. Obviously, thoughts come, we can notice the quality of the thoughts, and we're encouraged to come back to the breath and leave the thoughts to drift by, not treating them as fact or anything too concrete, but just creations of the mind. So being with ourselves in a very kind way. Mindfulness is about being in the present moment and being here kindly. We're going to focus on the breath and take these 10 minutes to really listen to ourselves, be with ourselves in a very compassionate, non-judgmental way. Sitting in a dignified posture helps. So closing our eyes when we're ready. For 10 minutes, mindfulness of the breath. Coming into the moment through the physical sensations of sitting. That means feeling our contact with the chair and the floor. noticing the places where the body is supported and sensing that contact as the body is drawn down by gravity and the chair is there to support. So we're gathering our attention into the body, into those senses which tell us we're sitting. And rather than thinking about it, we're actually feeling the pressure, the touch, the contact. Settling into the lower part of the body, maybe feeling our feet on the floor is a good way to land in the present moment. And also exploring the sense of the spine rising upwards. The shoulders dropping maybe just a millimetre or two. Crown of the head oriented towards the ceiling. Letting go of tension in the face. And then when we're ready, turning our careful attention towards the breath. And noticing where and when there's a slight stretch on the inhalation. And a letting go on the exhalation. Noticing which parts of the body are moving. The torso mostly, moving in different ways. Maybe there's a slight swelling of the tummy. A widening of the rib cage. A sense of flow and pauses in between. We might be aware of the air passing in the nose. And we may be aware of several thoughts that have already come and gone. Not getting hooked into them, if possible, and coming back to the sense of the breath in the body. Being very kind and gentle, and remembering we're listening closely in every sense of the term, to be really aware of ourselves in each moment, noticing physical sensations which tell us also how we're feeling as far as our mood is concerned. And noticing the thoughts that arise and pass if we don't engage. And there's always the breath, the body breathing naturally, and we're here to observe, to notice. The physical feelings of the air passing in the nostrils, the front of the torso moving, and maybe the back a little bit too. And being very friendly with ourselves as we practice listening in this very mindful way to ourselves, moment by moment, as we sit and breathe. Identifying the place where you connect with the breath easily, and remembering this as your anchor place to come back to be here and present with kindness. And just a few more breaths, especially gentle, as we draw to the conclusion of our meditation. And when we're ready, opening our eyes. Well done, everyone. You may like a little yawn or a stretch. I wish you a week full of moments and lots of careful listening without judgment to yourself and others. See you again soon. Thank you for being here. Please feel free to like, share, and subscribe.